72. Just occasional light chop, but smooth now.
Thank you. Traffic 1354, you're 5 miles from Powell's, making 2,500, so establish mode 500, cleared out left runway 10 right approach.
2,500, cleared the ILS for 10 right, Southwest 1354.
Southwest 2372, contact Seattle Center, 128.15, have a nice day.
128.15,
Southwest ILS 356 Echo, turn right heading 010.
126,000, Horizon 2060, plan departure, radar contact, traffic 11 o'clock, 12 miles opposite direction, descending on arrival at a 10,000, United Airbus restricted above.
4,000, company
39 at Horizon 2060. United 1950, traffic 11 o'clock and 10 miles heading north now, shortly 2,500, climbing to 6,000-8, they'll be restricted below you. Horizon 2060, turn left heading 360.
356 Echo, you're 4 miles from here, heading 070, making 3,000 until established on the localizer, cleared out left runway 10 right approach.
Right turn 070, 3,000, so established, cleared for the ILS, 10 right approach, Skywest, 326.
ILS 356 Echo, maintain 180 on observator to Powell.
180 better to Powell, Skywest, 326 Echo.
Delta 179 Heavy, turn left heading 190.
That's 190, Delta 79, 179 Heavy.
Yeah, 3429, Fulton First. Good morning, thanks for whiskey. Fulton altimeter 3012, on the ILS, runway 10 right.
Horizon 2060, traffic inside. Horizon 2060, under higher in about 2 miles. Horizon 2027, point approach, 10 right. 10 right, Horizon 2027.
356 Echo, contact Tower 123.77.
2377, you have a good one, Skywest. Cougar, climb and maintain 14,000.
Delta 179 Heavy,
Cougar, climb and maintain 14,000, Horizon 2060.
1
United 1950, traffic no
130, join the 10 left localizer, Delta 179 Heavy.
Number 6088, traffic for the left runway, 2 o'clock, 5 miles, 3,000, heavy Boeing 767. He's for the north runway, but just caution white turbulence near the front.
Alright, inside.
Just to gauge me, given separation from the traffic and caution white turbulence.
Okay, visuals.
Number 68, turn right heading 010, estimating 3,500.
010, 3,500, company 68.
Delta 179 Heavy, you're 6 miles from Blazer, making
United 1950, contact Portland, approach 126.9.
2500, Joe Blazer, cleared ILS, 10 left, Delta 179 Heavy.
Yep. United 1950, front first, Watch 781, contact first, 126.
Connected to PilotEdge.
6 negative, left, morning left to 781, 9,000 for 5.
Compass 6088, 3 miles from Heron, turn right heading 070, thinking 3,000 till established on the localizer, cleared ILS, and runway 10 right approach.
070, so 3,500, so established, because ILS 10 right, company 68.
Compass 60, you can maintain 3,000 till establishment.
Okay, 3,000 till established, company 68.
Oscar 781, I had you check on, thank you. 179 Heavy, contact Tower on 118.7.
187, Delta 179 Heavy, good day.
Just 3,000.
3,000 and 1950.
6088, contact tower at 123.77.
Over tower, copy 6088. We'll see you later.
Good day. Back to 781, doing 4000.
4000 lost 71.
Hey guys, Tech Jimbo. Good morning. I mean afternoon. It's afternoon. Yeah, it's Monday afternoon. Happy Columbus Day, if that applies. So here we are at overcast Portland. Pretty overcast. It was IMC when I was planning the flight. And here comes a someone on PilotEdge taxiing. It's kind of cool. Delta. So that's another simmer taxiing into Portland. I'm curious where he's coming from. That's odd. It's not showing up. Oh yeah, he is. I just have to scroll way in. So yeah, Delta. He came from Salt Lake City. Wow, that was a long flight he had. So yeah, he just landed. Guy here from Salt Lake City. Cool. We, however, are flying the King Air. Flying the King Air 350. So this is Atlantic. Yeah, this is Atlantic FBO. The actual FBO, the terminal is down there, but we have a hangar. That's Atlantic. He's going to go taxi. So our plane is in the hangar. So we need to say hello to our plane. The tow feature still doesn't work on this. So I'm going to drag it out. Hopefully I didn't break it. Let me reset. That way if something broke, maybe it will fix it. All right. We drug out our plane. So all right, I need to open that door. I need to figure out how much gas we need. So I need, we're going, I already ran this, we're going to Southwest Oregon Regional. So I need that much pounds. So what's that in gallons? Let's multiply it by 6.5. I mean, divided by 6.5. So we're going to do 1332 divided by 6.5 is 204. So I already have 100 gallons in reserve. So I need 104, which is 52 per side. So trip fuel. Actually, that's not right. Be 102 per side. I need that for, actually that's not right. That's not right. Let me try this again. So I'm going to add up just the pounds I need because I have 100 gallons of reserves automatically. So I just want the trip fuel. So 353 plus 146 for continuous 15 and 200 taxi. We'll say 300 for alternate. So that's 4. So this one, and that one. So that's 1,000 divided by 6.5, so 154. So it'd be 77. Be 1,000. So 77 per tank, and Portland is taking off on the 10s. Altimeter's 3012. We'll get ATIS, but right now it's showing Romeo, and they're taking off on the 10s. So it'll be 10 left for us, and it's just a meter there. So let's file IFR, file that route, or slant golf 350 200. File that. I'll jump back over here and here's the other thing I like to do. I like to get the real world gas prices. It's kind of fun. So how much would this cost us? So Portland, I can get the gas prices in real world for Atlantic jet fuel 5.52. So we'll do 276. So I'm going to double it because it'll take too long to bring it up to 552. So 276. And we'll see how much this would cost in real dollars. So we'll just double whatever that is. All right, so I need 77 per wing, I think. Yeah, 77. Check for fuel contaminants. There are none. Engine looks fine. Close that. And this is also, we're gonna bring this one up to 77, so it's gonna be 154 total. 154. Hey Gizmo, how are you doing today? 154. Okay, so that was basically 425 times 2 for real world pricing, right? So this flight, real world US dollars, would have been $850 to fly from here to North Bend. That's why I do simulator instead of real world stuff. All right, fuel contaminants are good. We're gonna hook up the GPU. That's fine. Come over here, turn on the GPU. I'm doing good, bud. Appreciate it. Doing good. All right. Let's get the throttle quadrant set up to start. Have you tried the new VADSIM? I'm going to try that this evening. I'm not going to stream it just to make sure everything works. But I need to download the new client, XPilot. And then there is a regional circuit between Philadelphia and Boston Thursday evening. So I'm going to stream during that event on the new VADSIM voice code thingy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it out this evening, but just in case something is weird or if I run into errors I need to troubleshoot, I'm not going to stream tonight, but I am going to test it tonight. I'm looking forward to that. All right, external power is 28, battery's above 22. We can turn on the battery. And connect the gen ties. External power is blinking, so we'll go ahead and connect that. Do a bus test. Gen tie lights came on. Reset. Turn on the inverter. Check our power. All right. Turn on the lights, seat belts. We'll turn on our nav, tail lights. We'll check our fuel valves here in a second. Is it evening? Yeah. No, it's actually 1:30 p.m. my time. I know it's like 8 or 9 o'clock your time, so it's a good point. I guess it is evening where you are. All right, so let's turn on these fuel pumps, and we'll check the cutoff valves. That one worked. There we go. Let's check the O2 quantity. All right, so it's good. All right. So now we need to arm the O2 here. Test out the mask. Need to check our warnings. All right, all those things are working. What's next? What is next? Trim for takeoff. Right there in the middle. Verify battery bus is in the up position. Is this thing working? Yeah, it's working. All right. Anti-ice on for engines. Verify avionics are off, which they are. EFA switches are off. It's 1834 Zulu. That matches. All right, so now we go to engine start checklist. So I'm going ahead and we're going to do full flight today. Load up the passengers. We're all on board. Check our lights. Give your passenger briefing, safety briefing. There's no flight attendants on a King Air, so it's up to the pilots to do those safety briefings. That's the toilet. Cargo is secure. Seatbelt lights are on. Hey, Fiber. How you enjoying the new VetSim? I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to try it tonight. I bet you've already been on there. All right. Let's make sure we still got volts, which I do. Go ahead and remove the steps so we don't blow them away. And beacon light can come on. Make sure there's no one around for engine start. Everybody's on board. It's amazing. Seems too good to be true. That's what I want to hear, buddy. I'm going to be trying it out tonight. Now you answer a second one. Yeah. Well, I'm probably going to get more and more people asking that question just because it's been in the works for a year. I would say a year. They've been working on that. All right, so let's start engine 1. (16) Add low idle fuel. Make sure we don't get hot starts and hung starts. Oil pressure is rising. Make sure we don't get too hot. Torque's rotating. ITT is falling. That's above 50, so good start. Turn that off. Might want to set the brake. All right. So let's disconnect external power, remove it from the plane, and reset the gen. And then let's make sure we still have volts, which we do. We'll go ahead and start number 2. You should be staffing up tonight around 7 Eastern. Yeah, I'll have to, that probably will be about the time that I'll be looking to fly, so I'll have to see. I'm not sure exactly where I want to fly tonight, because sometimes I look at, weather and winds and what type. I don't want to have to battle like high winds and stuff, so I really have no idea where or when I'm going to fly on the VATSIM. I still need to download the client. All right, so oil pressure, all that's good. Turn off the starter. Let's reset Gen 2, Gen 1. I'll bring these back to low idle. Prop RPM 1050 or more. Let's check our volts now. External power is gone. Battery's good. Filed the flight plan, I believe. Yes, I did file it. All right. So that was. Let's do another bus test. So we got 3 gen ties and a bus light. Give that a test. Now we need environment setup. It's above 10 Celsius. It's actually right at 10 Celsius, so this can stay in a down position. Auto. Should be 11 psi per bleed. So we'll check each one. And then we'll turn them both on. Gyro section, pneumatic pressure is fine. Check each bus. Got a bus light. Got another bus light. So both inverters are good. Let's turn on EFIS switches. And we'll do master avionics on. Turn on our radios. Let's make sure the autopilot is working. Lights are off. Trim is working. Rudder boost is on. Flap set for takeoff. We have volts, so we can turn on the coffee maker. Furnace. Check our emergency lighting. Everything's fine there. Slave both the gyros to master. And then we'll dial in ATIS for Portland. What's ATIS? 128.35. 128.35. Punch that over. Turn on our comm.
And if flight following is requested, read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Sierra.
Information Sierra.
Portland International Airport. ATIS Information Sierra. 1806 Zulu. Wind 300 at 3. Visibility 10. 500 scattered. 25,000 scattered. Temperature 10. Dew point 7. Altimeter 3011. Arriving and departing runways 10 left, 10 right. Visual approaches.
Alright, that's all I needed to know. So 30.11 be there, and we'll put this one on 30.11. Check field elevation for Portland, which is 30 feet, so as long as that's right at 30, so right on the money. So now we need to go to clearance and delivery, 120.12, I think, yeah. Ground is 121.9, so get that ready. And probably gonna get the Portland 1 departure is what I'm guessing. I'm gonna turn down the engine sound a tad. It's always super loud. It's a little better. So Portland, would this be morning? That's like 3 hours behind me, or 2 hours? 11, 12, 1, be 2 hours. Be morning. Morning Portland clearance. King Air 1399er at Atlantic. Current with Sierra IFR North Bend.
King Air 1399er Portland clearance. Clear to North Bend Airport. Portland 1 departure. Radar vectors Newburgh and Victor 287 North Bend VOR. Then direct. Climb and maintain 6,000. Expect flight level 200 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.42. Squawk 7427.
Cleared the North Bend via Portland 1 departure. Radar vectors Newburgh. Then Victor 287. I can't remember the VOR. I think it was, I don't remember. 6,000 flight, and then flight level 200 10 minutes after. Departure 118.42, squawk 7427, 1399.
KR 1399er on Victor 287 to the North Bend VOR, Oscar Tango Hotel, and then direct. Rest of route back, correct?
287 to North Bend VOR, direct. 1399, thanks. Alright, so I actually got the flight plan I filed. I just didn't know he was going to say the actual VOR, but that'll work. Alright, so let's come down here and we'll enter in this flight plan. So let's see where we are. Is that showing right? So flight plan, we're at PDX. So I'm going to want UBG. Newburgh VOR, and then an airway, which would be the 287 to Zubor. And we'll load that. Oh, that's wrong. Let me see if I can change. All right, 287 to not Zubor. You want me to go to North Bend VOR. So actually, he changed what I filed. That's right. So OT North Bend. So then we'll load that. That makes sense. I think. Make sure that works. Yeah. All right, 287, and that waypoint is actually on it. So then I need to add in the North Bend Airport. And then we can store that flight, Portland to North Bend. And all right. So we're gonna be squawking 7427. And we're cleared to 6,000, so that's fine. We're going to be on a heading. Altitude is armed. What is decision altitude for 200 radar if I need it? So we'll do decision, which is right here. So we'll bring that down to 200 radar altitude. Takes care of that. And now let's check auto ignition, so we'll turn those on. And so those auto ignition lights should extinguish as I give fuel. All right, lights went out, so that works. Turn on windshield anti-ice, and we'll do prop de-ice, shows in the green. Turn it off, back to 0. Surface de-ice test, conditioner levers full. What this is going to do is test these boots. It's going to inflate the boots with air, so it would break off any ice that would be on the wing leading edge. So we'll get a wing and then we'll get a tail. I let go of it. And there's the tail. Okay. Let's do a ground idle test. Bring this up to about 1500 RPMs. And without moving the throttle, I just let go and it should start to resend back to idle, which is doing. And now we need to do a auto feather test. Bring it up 1500, look for the AFX lights. They came on. Feather the left side. That worked. Feather the right. And I'll go ahead and arm the auto feather. We're good there. Let's do cabin pressure. Do 500 feet below. Do test. Cabin pressure is working, and we filed. Let me see. My views are messed up because I dragged the plane around. So don't drag the plane around. Learn something new. All right, so we filed flight level 200, so we'll set it for 210. Climb rate about 500 feet per minute. And North Bend has an altimeter of 3006. So .0 basically, so plus 400, and North Bend's altitude is 17, so it'd be 420. when I set the pressure for descending. Alright, let's do prop sync on. Running off auxiliary fuel. So that's our flight fuel, so we're fine on fuel. Do an EFIS test. Alright. Turn the taxi light on, Rico lights on. Pitot, stall. And we'll get ATIS one last time.
Visibility 10. 500 scattered. 25,000 scattered. Temperature 10. Dew point 7. Altimeter 3011. Arriving and departing runways 10 left, 10 right. Visual approaches in use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Sierra.
Alright, still with Sierra, so nothing's changed. I'll set the heading bug for 10. 103. Got squawk altitude. And alright, so that was before, so now we have takeoff checklist. So alright. So he's probably gonna tell me to taxi Kilo? Actually, I don't know. We'll see. Tower is 118.7. Portland ground, King Air 1399 at Atlantic, current with Sierra, ready to taxi.
King Air 1399 Portland, ground runway 10 left at Echo, taxi via Alpha Echo.
10 left at Echo via Alpha Echo, 1399. Alright, so we can go Alpha, so we'll just kind of hang a right and then a left on Alpha. Getting this clicking noise, but I think that's probably because I moved this plane around. Hoping that clicking noise goes away.
Charlie Golf Hotel Foxtrot, offer the Hayden altimeter 3008. Expect a visual approach. Let me know when you have the weather.
It's taxiway Alpha. Pretty much wind calm at Portland. 310 at 3 knots. Alright, we're trimmed for takeoff. Heading is selected. Flaps are on takeoff. The first intersection is Tango and then Echo. So we want the second one, which is basically holding shorter runway 21. All right, that's Tango. So yeah, that's Tango. So Echo is right up here. Holding short, 10 lift at Echo. Alright, so let's do auto ignition on, landing lights, strobes, Switch to tower, departures 118.42. To engine ice off. Portland Tower, King Air 1399er, holding short 10 left at Echo.
King Air 1399, Portland Tower, runway 10 left at Echo, cleared it for takeoff, and wind now 1007.
10 left at Echo, cleared for takeoff, 1399, thanks. All right. There's this continuous clicking sound in this cockpit. Y'all probably can't hear it, but it's because I think it's because I missed the plug-in for this aircraft is acting weird because I moved the airplane around. I drug it, I slewed it, and I don't think it likes that very much. All right, let's go to throttles normal, conditioner levers full.
Calling NorCal departure, say again.
Auto feather lights on. Airspeed alive. 60 knots. V1. Rotate. V2. Attitudes check. Gear indicates up. Flaps up.
Gears up, flaps are up.
King Air 1399, contact departure.
Over to departure 1399, see ya. Portland departure, King Air 1399er, Portland 1,300 for 6,000.
Number 1399er, Portland departure, radar contact.
All right. Reduce the props a little bit.
King Air 1399er, climb and maintain 15,000.
Climb maintain 15,000, 1399.
Charlie Golf Hotel Foxtrot Oscar, descend and maintain 10,000.
Turn off the auto ignition and auto feather. I'm glad that ticking stopped.
1399er, turn right heading 250.
Right turn heading 250, 1399. 250. See this mod that comes with the this GPS has this course, I mean the heading indicator there, so that's kind of neat.
Foxtrot Golf, Charlie Delta, Half Moon Bay on mid downwind.
Yaw damper is on. There's no icing to worry about.
Foxtrot Golf, Charlie Delta on mid downwind, Half Moon Bay, runway 33.
How can I help you, sir?
Just saying I'm on mid downwind on Half Moon Bay.
Why are you reporting that on NorCal approach?
I love new people.
That's a good question.
You want to make sure you're broadcasting on CTAF if you're on a non-towered field, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Wow. I'm usually not rude, but that dude really needs to start reading up on some ATC stuff. All right, so turn off the landing lights, taxi lights, reco lights. Cabin pressure is climbing, so we're good there.
Check off Hotel Foxtrot for the airport, 12 o'clock at about 15 miles. Report when you have it in sight or cancellation of IFR.
I guess Salt Lake Center would be my next frequency. I just don't know what frequency that's going to be.
Tier 139er, clear direct at Newburgh, resume on navigation.
Clear direct, Newburgh, resume on navigation 1399. All right. So direct to Newburgh. We'll activate that. And then we'll go nav. Direct to Newburgh.
Seattle Center now 121.4.
Seattle Center 121.4, 1399. 121.4. Seattle Center, King Air 1399, 11,700 for 15,000.
Number 139er, Seattle Center, roger, climb maintain, flight level 200.
Climb maintain, flight level 200, 1399er. Alright, seatbelts can come off.
Hotel Oscar, have the airport in sight. I can cancel IFR at this time.
Charlie Golf Hotel Foxtrot Oscar, thank you. I've got no traffic observed between you and Yampa Valley. With your IFR cancellation, radar services are terminated. Squawk and maintain VFR. Frequency changes approved. We'll see you next time.
Thank you very much. Squawk VFR and frequency changes approved. Hotel Foxtrot Oscar.
Straight to Newburgh. Let's open up some tables for these guys. Looks like 108.5 would be the ILS if I was going to use one. So 108.5. That's ILS for runway 4 at North Bend. Keep having to add in torque as we climb. ITT is fine. Should be VFR at North Bend, like the weather is visibility 10 miles, it's clear, there's no clouds, so we'll be flying out of this overcast by the time we get there. Approaching our transition altitude, so I'll go ahead and grab the first officer side. Cabin's climbing, so we're still good there. Auto feathers off, yes, I know that, so that's fine. There's transition altitude. Set it for standard, 29.902, sea level MSL. Takeoff checklist complete. Now we're on our cruise. There's no icing to worry about. All right. Wind is at North Bend 5 knots. So it doesn't really matter which way I land. But I'm going to go for runway 4 unless the winds really make a shift. Let's go heading mode for a moment and let's do VOR, and I need to set a course for, what is this course? 046. I went the wrong way. That's okay. I got time. 046 and back to FMS, back to nav. Put the conditioner levers to low when we're at flight. Torque is fine. I already got my altitude for descending when we need to. So let's look at VNAV. So really, I want to calculate rares. Let's see something. There's rares. So I'd want to cross rares at like 3,000, I guess. Empire, let me see here. Let's say 3,000 at rares.
1399, descend at pilot's discretion to maintain 12,000, northbound altimeter 3005.
Descend pilot discretion, maintain 2000, 3005, 1399. Alright, 2000. It's 3005, okay. Weather is 260 at 4, so that's fine, that's fine. And so, VNAV, 7 minutes, top of descent. And I have 3,000 feet, so we can descend to 12,000. I got 7 minutes, so that's fine. So let's do I'll load the procedure in a little bit. So landing, those markers are always the same, so I don't even worry about the calculations anymore. These are always pretty much the same. Looks like we're leaving the clouds. That's good. All right. So what is the descent profile? Is it I want 1500. Because when I hit the descend button, it does it at 1500 feet per minute, so we have 3 minutes. This is Orbix True Earth, Washington State. It's not very good, but there's no airports down here that I land in, so. Time to top of descent. But what this will do is tell me runway requirements, so I could do that. So the altitude is 17. Pressure is 3005. Temperatures 15. Wind is 5 knots. Wind heading is 340. And runway length is 5320. Runway heading.
Vertical track.
Yeah, I know. 046. Field required 3,000 feet, and this is 5,000 feet, so that's fine. All right, so we can start our descent now. So let me go to lower this to 12,000. And we'll hit descend. Seattle Center, King Air 1399 leaving flight level 200.
Number 1399, roger.
Alright, and I need to readjust. So, stop it. I need to set it for 420 feet. There it goes. Now the cabin's descending. And the altimeter's transition altitude's 3004. Hey Ginnigans, how you doing, bud? You said Orbix Washington is not good. It's good around the Portland area, but I mean it seems like it's washed out.
32442 Papa.
Is it better than X-Plane? Yeah, I mean, but is it better than Fork Boys Ortho? It's definitely better around the like Medford, the main airports, Medford and Portland. It's great, but they didn't, and it's not their fault. They tried. They've added in, you know, stamps and stuff to help make these things look better. But it's nowhere near as good as Washington. But it's good enough. All right, so now I'm going to want to load in this procedure. So let's do an approach. ILS 4 from Rares. We'll load the approach.
2442 Papa Reno ground, good afternoon, runway 16 right, taxi via Charlie, Alpha, cross runway 16 left on Alpha.
Put the seatbelt sign back on. I'll get rid of all these tables.
Number 1399 advising you of the weather at North Bend. Expect a visual approach runway 4.
Current with weather at North Bend, and I want to try the ILS 4, the DME ARC from Rares 1399.
Number 1399, roger.
Yeah, 1399, thanks. So I'm going to practice that. But I mean, if you get the SD version, which is what I have, it's not, it's not expensive. At least I don't think it was expensive. I actually don't really remember. All right, so that's rares. So we got plenty of time. Cabin pressure is still coming down, so we're good there. And I can get rid of this fog. Fog. Now you can kind of see the surroundings a little better. That's the only reason I have that data ref editor installed.
King Air 139er, cross rares at or above 8,000, clear the ILS runway 4 approach.
Cross rares at or above 8,000, cleared ILS 4 approach 1399. Okay, so let's go to let's activate approach. So flight plan should show rares. Let's say 4,000. So I need 1,300. Actually, I want 1,500. So I can actually, I'll just stay at 4,000. There's the arc. That's cool. Just wanted to try this ILS arc thing. It's pretty neat. Wind is 340 at 5. 340 at 5. The weight is, say, 13,000. So bump that up plus 10. Everything else is good. Turn on some lighting. And then what does that allow me to go down to? So it looks like do a gradual sweep to, it's out over the water, so I can go all the way down to like 1,000 feet. So I'll go down to 1,000 feet when I start the DME arc. So that looks pretty decent. This area looks nice for the Orbix Washington. This is good ortho. See the river. So yeah, I like it. It's just some of the areas are very washed out. There's been a lot of talk about it in the forums on the Orbix website. But this looks pretty good. This area. It's cool. Alright, so if I go missed, it'll be climb to 600 feet, then climbing left turn 2,300. It's basically a U-turn to Empire. And hold. Continue and hold to 2,300. So Empire is a ADF, I think. LOM. Let's see what this says. Yeah, it's got the waypoint for Empire.
Is approved when calm, runway 16 right, clear for takeoff.
There's the beach. That's pretty cool. It's the first time I've ever done this flight between these two airports like this. Just wanted to see if it was repeatable. Alright, so the winds are out of the northwest, 340 at 5 knots. So it's going to be a little bit of a, yeah, it's going to be a left crosswind, but not too bad, only 5 knots. So then we'll want to exit the runway to the right. If I get lucky, we can grab Alpha. Otherwise, we're going to have to cross over a runway, and that's going to be a pain in the rear end. Yeah, this ortho's nice in here now. This is a lot different than we're halfway through the flight. Let's do 4,500. Alright, so the runway heading is 046. So I'll set the heading bug for 046.
Vertical track.
Anytime I've seen Orbix Washington, it looked good. Yeah, no, Washington's awesome. This is Oregon. If I said Washington, I made a mistake. This is Oregon's. I have the SD version of Oregon, and I have the HD version of Washington. But this, I mean, this looks really good for an SD version. So that's why I didn't want to spend the extra money for the HD version. Because I mean, why spend the extra $10 for performance, really? And this looks really good. All right. Reverse starting our DME arc, which I can put on nav 2 G 112.1. Let me see something.
24 Papa, contact NorCal departure. Twenty 442 Papa, NorCal departure. I'm also with you. Reno altimeter 3009, maintain VFR.
Yeah, this is cool. Alright, so let's turn ignition. Auto feather can come back on. Yeah, this is Oregon or Ortho. It's not Fork Boy. This is Orbix, and this is nice. I'm happy with this. This is a cool approach to do also because I'm going to make a note to do this approach just because it takes you over the water. That's kind of neat. It shows the waves. Of course, that would look a lot more realistic higher up, but it's pretty good for what it is. Water mask and reflections are nice. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Alright, so actually I want about 13. So 108.5. Do takeoff flaps. Especially in Seattle, but even in the mountains. No, Seattle's awesome. When I sat down to do this flight out of Portland, my initial thought was to go north and land into Boeing Field because that's a flight that I do pretty routinely with this airplane. But then I realized I'm not really getting much use of my Oregon scenery that I bought. So that's why I said, well, I'll go down here to North Bend, which is it's a PilotEdge controlled airport. But I think next time I'll just do a visual into the airport because this is a very long approach for sure. I think I'm going to take out the flaps and go faster. Got 22 miles till I get to, what's the next waypoint? Mito. Where's Mito? So, oh, I see my toe. Okay. So my toe would be 2600, so I'm actually low, which is fine. I'm over the water. My toe's over the water too. So it doesn't really matter, but and that's why you have alarms. It's overspeed. Not paying attention. I'm going to keep buying planes, but don't think I'm buying any ortho before MFS comes out. Yeah, well, you know, Orbix ortho is really, really good, right? I mean, obviously, I wish I would have stayed a little higher for this, but I'll make a note to do that if I ever do this approach again. But here's the way I look at it when it comes to the ortho is it's going to take years for Microsoft to have these add-on aircraft that X-Plane, you know, already has, you know, the King Airs with, you know, the system depth, the my other favorite airplane, you know, the Airbus A320. So Microsoft is not going to have that type of stuff. So for a long time, yeah, I'll fly both, but most of my flying will still be done on X-Plane. So I'm going to buy the Orbix California ortho when they release it, just because I fly so much in California. But then the rest of the ortho, I use Fork Boys ortho, and it's free. I mean, you can give them a donation, but you know, otherwise it's basically free. And it's really, really nice. It looks really good. So, you know, I'm not buying any more ortho except for California, and then I'll be done. But it's just Microsoft, man. It's like they're not going to have the planes to fly. They'll have to, what, a few like a DA Robin. They're going to have a TBM, you know, a couple stock planes. But these third-party developers, it's going to be years before they come in and start developing for the Microsoft. So I just think I'm going to be like 80% X-Plane for years. So I might as well just keep investing in this great sim because they're going to be working on the colors, the visuals, and weather once they're done tweaking their flight model. So basically, like X-Plane 12, they're going to, I mean, I don't know if it's 12 or if they're going to do it 0.5. I think 0.5 is what I read, where they're going to start working on textures and weather components and just the visual aspect of it. But, you know, X-Plane is all about the flight model, so that's why I like it. It's got a great flight model.
32442 Papa, Oakland Center, good afternoon, level altimeter 3007.
Altimeter 3007, good afternoon, thank you.
I mean, if you just buy MSFS, you know, I'm worried about their subscription, so I'm waiting to see how much it costs per month. I'm already having to pay for PilotEdge subscription. I pay $35 a month for PilotEdge.
And KR13999, just one note on the approach, 2600 is your minimum altitude until you get to localized intercept.
Oh, okay. 2600, thank you, King R1399.
Yeah, that 1300 UC is coming in from my 2, so that doesn't apply to the ARC.
Oh, I see that, thank you, 1399. 26, that's interesting. All right, 2600 over ocean, I'll write that. So now I know what the arc means. Okay, cool. So this should switch to it's 118.45 for North Bend Tower. Let's see if it switches to LPV on its own. It should. So least is 1300. So I got 5 miles and then goes down to 900. 900? Yeah, it goes down to 900.
139er, contact North Bend at tower now 118.45.
North Bend Tower 118.45, 1399. Thanks, see you. All right. North Bend Tower, King Air 1399 established on a localizer, runway 4.
King Air 139er, North Bend Tower, wind at 3305, runway 4, clear land.
Runway 4, clear land, 1399er.
Vertical track.
1,000 feet to minimums.
Wondering if this is going to switch to nav instead of GPS. It should. I don't think it is. So do localizer and we'll arm approach.
S10 ground, Foxtrot Golf, Charlie Delta.
I think the call sign was Foxtrot Golf, Charlie Juliet Delta with S10 ground.
Serious Frisian in front of tower. Information November VFR to Denver International. Request startup. Foxtrot Golf, Charlie Juliet Delta.
Foxtrot Golf, Charlie Juliet Delta, there's no request to request.
Man, I'm getting all sorts of alarms today. I thought I landed, lowered the, what do you mean gear up? It should be gear down. Yeah, that's gear down.
Hold short bars and then call when ready to taxi.
Alrighty, roger that.
Alright, like I said, got a little bit of a left crosswind here.
Delta, race taxi, runway 33.
Foxtrot Golf, Charlie Juliet Delta, runway 33, taxi via Alpha.
Alright, autopilot off.
Wilco, Foxtrot Golf, Charlie Delta.
Foxtrot Golf, Charlie Juliet Delta. Anytime you call for receive a runway assignment, that will always need to be read back and include your call sign. So Foxtrot Golf, Charlie Juliet Delta, runway 33, taxi via Alpha.
I've never landed in the North Bend. This is kind of cool, especially with this ortho.
Alpha, runway 33.
I've taken off from here, but I took off from here in a like just a small GA plane.
Feet to minimums. Minimums. Feet. 50 feet. Props full. Props full. 40 knots.
Alright, let's see where I'm at here.
Number 13909, you stay on my frequency straight ahead on Alpha into the ramp. Have a great day.
Straight ahead, Alpha to the ramp with you. 1399, thanks you too. Alright. Alright, landing lights. There we go. I mean, those can stay on. Strobes can come off. Anti-ice. Ignition off.
Clearance, TBN 851 Tango Bravo, looking for clearance up to Albuquerque, and we have whiskey.
Number 851 Tango Bravo, El Paso clearance on request, standby.
Alright, bring up this airport. So it looks like Alpha 2. Actually, that says that's one of the FBOs. I want to go down here to the other central GA ramp. And I see now that what you wrote, Ginnigan's. So you're going to go between X-Plane and MFS also? Yeah, that's just the way I'm going to do it until they catch up to X-Plane with all the add-ons that X-Plane can handle. You know, I don't want to be restricted, so I just think for a few years I'm going to be doing like 80% X-Plane, 20% MS, and then it's going to slowly do this number, you know what I mean? Like slowly start doing more with Microsoft as the developers create more, you know, great airplanes to fly within that great world that they made.
Expect flight level 3010
So,
minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.15. Squawk 2051.
TBN 851 Tango Bravo, clear for the Albuquerque Airport. Full route will be Echo Whiskey Mike Victor 611 Albuquerque VOR, then direct. Flight level 1, climb and maintain 17,000. Expect flight level 3001 minutes after. Transponder will be 2051, departure will be 119.15 for 851 Tango Bravo.
November 851 Tango Bravo, read back is correct.
I need to check my landing checklist to make sure that landing gear is on there. Park brake is on. So gear down, yeah, I marked it that I did it, but I didn't do it. So that's why I didn't have the gear down, because going down my checklist, I was clicking stuff and I didn't lower the gear. All right, so I'm at taxi light off. Rico light off. Parking brake is on.
Golf Charlie Julia Delta after ground.
Seat belts off. Furnace heater off. Shut down the environment.
Foxtrot Golf Charlie Julia Delta after ground.
Foxtrot Golf Charlie Julia Delta.
Foxtrot Golf Charlie Julia Delta. It looks like you're stopped at Alpha 7. You're given runway 33 full length. Runway 33 taxi via Alpha.
Alright, so we'll turn off the
given runway full length taxi via Alpha 33.
Let me see something before I shut down the avionics. That's cool. Alright, so we'll shut down avionics. So boom, turn off the EFIS, and then it's still running, so we gotta do fuel cutoff. And we can close the batteries, go offline.
Disconnected.
It's definitely a nice flight. Definitely a repeatable flight. I make the note for going over the water 2,600 feet. That's cool. Okay, so now I'm good for replay. I think the landing was not too bad, but it shocked me because I need to make a note that it rises. There's an incline to the runway.
60 knots. Minimums. $100 feet. 50 feet.
This thing about explaining with the curved runways, the sloped runways.
Props full.
Ooh, I bounced. That was worse than I thought.
Props full. Props full.
I wonder if I bounced because it was going up and I wasn't ready for it.
50 feet. Props full. Props full.
This is like a little corporate area. Then you have your main terminal.
40 knots.
I think there's yeah, the terminal is here. This is the terminal, and that's regular GA with a FBO. There's another FBO here. So it's basically the GA ramp. This is like a GA airport. Not much airliners come in here. The runways are pretty short. But yeah, guys, I appreciate the chat, and I will catch y'all next time. I'm gonna test out VetSim tonight, and I'll let you know what I think of it. If you're still there, which I doubt, but if you are, I'll check out your area first and see what I see. But I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to fly out of Washington, see what controllers are on, what's available. I'll give it a try, and then Thursday night I'm going to stream, possibly when I fly on VetSim. So you guys that fly on VetSim, enjoy, and I will catch you all. I have an appointment tomorrow, so I'm not going to stream tomorrow more than likely. So probably be Wednesday before I see y'all again. So you have a good afternoon, and we'll catch y'all later. See ya. Chase out. Yeah. Wait a minute. XPilot's not working? Do you have to use the standalone program with Squawk Box to work? Because I was going to download XPilot this afternoon. Oh, but you know what? They have until 2000 hours today, I think, to release it, right? Now you got me wondering. Anyway, I gotta go, so we'll catch y'all later.
Request flight following, 545 Delta here.
November 5 Delta Sierra, Roger. Squawk 0143, and what's your destination?
I'm just going to be doing maneuvers over Woodland, Washington. My destination will be Pearson, so just flight following over Woodland. 5 Delta here. And that's Squawk 0143.
Squawk 5 Delta Sierra, affirmative.
06, put direct whammy.
Direct whammy now, that's good. 06.
Calling for flight following into Hillsborough, say again your full call sign.
Program Vortex, maintain VFR, the Portland altimeter 3009er.
545 Delta Sierra will remain VFR and 3009 for altimeter, 545 Delta Sierra.
Check Seattle Center 128.15.
2815, Alaska 606. You have a good day. We'll see you again.
See ya. Alaska 1892, contact Seattle Center 125.8.
25.8, Alaska 1892.
Throwing 691, contact Portland, approach 126.9.
2691. Portland departure, good afternoon. Race in the 2922. We have the Cascade 2. We're out of 1500, climbing 7000.
746 Alpha, Squawk 0142. Skydive 2, Roger. Test aircraft parachute activity in Virginia, Skydive, Oregon 14000 and below. Stack 324, Sierra Pop Radio service terminated. Change to advisory frequency approved. Report your missed approach on 126.0. Sierra Pop change to advisory frequency. Clip 22 November Juliet traffic, no factor. Join final at about 2000. Visual approach runway 13 right. 2 November Juliet, visual approach runway 13 right. Join final at above 2000. Horizon 2922 for departure, radar contact, altitude leaving, climb maintain 15,000.
Leaving 3300, climb maintain 15,000, rise on 2922.
Southwest 632, contact Seattle Center 128.15.
2815, Southwest 632.
Alaska 585, Portland approach, verify you have Bravo, expect visual 28 left. West 585, thanks. Horizon 2922, clear direct Chisholm.
Horizon 2922, clear direct Chisholm.
Clip 2 November Juliet traffic, 1 o'clock, 5 miles southwest, sign altitude indicates 2000. Fair service terminated, contact Hillsborough Tower.
Skydive 2 is all jumpers away.
Skydive 2, Roger, radar services terminated, change to advisory frequency approved.
Skydive 2.